Okay. All right. Goddamn, we're cameras. Cameras on cameras.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Cameras on cameras
Yeah.
on cameras. All right.
Cameras.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Unveiled Paths podcast. Episode 5?
6.
6?
This will be episode 6.
6?
Yep.
It's your guy, Beezus. With your guy.
D-Well.
Oh, he gave me some energy
I gave him some energy today.
Oh, my God. Give me some.
Let's
Give me
go.
some. Hell yeah. All right, D-Well. Who we got today, man?
We got my buddy here. His name's Corey Serrano.
Serrano.
He is, we met at the gym.
Okay.
And him and I are both prior military,
Okay.
And we kind of bonded over that. And we've been chit-chatting ever since we've seen each other at the gym.
Nice.
So,
Corey Serrano, folks. What's up, man?
Happy to be here.
Dude, so Serrano, so are you Spanish?
Yes, sir.
Mexican?
Yep. Hailing from South Central Mexico. Yep.
Okay. So you're actually born and raised?
Yeah, I was born there, and then we immediately came over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Can you speak Spanish?
Not very well.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Oh,
There we go.
Oh.
I don't know.
Más o menos. Pues necesito es... All right, I'm done with that.
You had me. I was waiting for
He
it.
was like, you got a bar coming. He got a bar coming. I used to have him, but like, I can like pick it up when I'm like listening to it, but like I can't speak it fluently.
I always thought it was easier to hear it than to like speak
Dude,
it.
it is.
Yeah.
It really is, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Like he said, my name's Corey Serrano. I just moved back not too long ago. I was stationed overseas. Finished my contract up in Japan. Learned a lot over there. Had a good time.
Yeah.
Came back, decided to give the college thing a try, and
Yeah.
now I'm about to graduate.
Nice, brother.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah,
brother.
dude.
That's
It's
what's up
awesome.
right there.
That's
what's
one
up.
hell of an accomplishment.
That is,
there,
dude. Get out of the forces and get a college degree. Hey,
Yeah.
dude, that's what you go to. What did you go to school for?
I'm actually going for business,
Business.
Marketing management.
Marketing management.
I just like the whole marketing aspect,
Dude, that's what's
getting
up.
to see what people get triggered by, what sales work, what don't work. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of psychology in it.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's like quantitative versus qualitative. You
Yeah.
have to like figure out what's actually like what method's going to work which way.
Sometimes you got to
to
blend both.
Dude, for real. For real. Man, how was Japan?
Oh, it was a really good time. A little bit of it was coded by the COVID, but we made do with what we had. And, having good people around you, no matter where you are, is always a good thing.
See, Army or
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps?
Yeah.
Dude, this dude, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So what was your experience like over in Japan?
Oh, it was good. We did a lot. My job specifically was being a combat engineer, and so we were tasked with a wide variety of things, ranging from building hospitals for certain developing countries in that area to clearing mines in Vietnam and Cambodia and everything in between. So it was
Wow.
cool. It was a good experience.
Man, that's a really good experience.
Yeah.
Dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was in the military and didn't know that there was that much going on over in there. You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
I didn't know that was
Like,
an option.
I knew you could go to Japan, but I didn't know that they were actually like doing a lot for the communities over there.
Yeah. I figured that was like one of the hot spots of like destinations to go once you got into the military, like Japan, Hawaii, Germany.
You'd be surprised. Most people put it at the bottom of their wish list.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go too far from home. Homesick.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. It's like once you get that far away from home, you realize you're that far away from home, and I guess reality kicks in, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'd be a cool experience though.
I think, the bright side of things, I think it would
Yeah.
be. You know what I mean? If you're like open-minded enough to see the world, dude. Like,
Yeah,
go
it
see the world.
definitely takes an open mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Man.
So, how old are you?
27.
27.
Man, I got a few years on them.
Yeah.
Yep. So
No
you s-
kids?
No,
No wife?
No. Marine Corps taught me better.
Smooth Mike.
I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about.
He said the Marine Corps taught me better. Like, man. Hey, brother. Another one at you right there. That's another one at you. Like, all right. Good on you.
Oh.
Man.
So, you said that you were born in Mexico?
So, it's kind of a complicated situation. my dad kind of went back and forth while he was dating my mom. And so one of the times she went down there, magic happened.
Mm-hmm.
They came back, luckily with enough time. So that was good. But yeah, it was kind of in between for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad was taking care of things. He had a ranch down there. Well, his family did. His parents ended up passing away right before I was born. So they had to get all that situated. He ended up selling it. And they moved up here, started a new life. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Do you get to go back there very often?
No, not very often. Since, I mean, they kind of sold and closed up shop for everything. Everybody kind of dispersed.
Yeah.
Most of his family immigrated to the U.S. because the socioeconomic status of their area is undesirable at best. So everybody had a little better of an opportunity in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
What so are your parents still together?
Yeah.
No?
Yep. Yeah.
Nice. What was your childhood like?
It was good. My dad worked a lot. Being an immigrant, he only had a few selection of jobs starting out. Luckily, he my grandfather, my mom's dad, introduced him to construction, and he became proficient, if not technically like a master at concrete. I mean, he's been doing it for 30 years now. He's one of the best people in our area. A lot of people know him for it. It's a proud thing for me to tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
That
Did you follow in the footsteps, basically?
I did my time on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into office space now.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, coming from a man that spent enough time on his hands and his knees laying carpet and tile and hardwood. Once you get off, stay off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it is very hard on your body.
Oh, yeah.
And once you get that right there right, and you're like, nah, man, office job, make the same kind of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, you got to figure it out, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what was it like growing up for you? You got any siblings, brothers, sisters?
Yeah, actually, I grew up in Chicago, on the west side of Chicago.
Okay.
What some would consider a lower income neighborhood. I thought it was pretty good when I was a kid. Had all my friends in it, so couldn't be that bad. But got two sisters, one older, one younger. We always got along. My older sister, while my parents, they both worked, so she was kind of the mom of the house for the most of the time.
What's the age gap?
My sister's 7 years older than me, and then I'm older than my younger sister by like 4 years.
Okay, so y'all spread out pretty big.
Yeah.
I could see the older sister being the mom.
Yeah. She was not afraid to put a belt to
BTA.
Yeah, BTA.
Man. Oh, that's awesome.
All you guys get along pretty well?
When we were kids, yeah, my sister had a little bit of a rebellious streak, but
Older or younger sister?
older.
Sister,
Yeah, she kind of taught me how to do some of that stuff, but it worked out.
Man.
So, did you go to high school in Chicago, or did you?
Actually, so I started high school out of this area and then moved down here, which made it kind of hard. But yeah, I went to Cape Central.
Yeah.
Proud alumni. Shout out Central Tigers. We're good sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
We kind of briefly talked about, that before you got here. And I had to, bust out my old, you know what I'm saying? Because he was there the years that, we were playing. I was playing, you know what I'm saying? It was that iconic senior year of mine where, we had the pleasure of beating Cape twice.
Yeah, my little undeveloped brain couldn't handle it. I was in the stands with my popcorn.
Yeah.
Dude, it was that first game in the regular season. It was like 26-0. You know what I mean? They were talking all that. So it's a fluke. It's this, it's that.
I remember when I got into Central, I went in there, my freshman year was like 04, 05.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at all the seniors and everything back then whenever I was just little grasshopper pup coming in, And back then, those dudes looked like NFL linebackers.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got to senior year, I was like, how are we going to win win a game with these guys.
These scripts.
They look like twigs.
No, I mean, kids nowadays look a lot smaller than what
Yeah.
kids back then looked, and that's so crazy.
Even if you look at like movies from like the early 2000s that like kind of portray that high school setting, they're picking adults for a reason.
Yeah.
They had.
Dude, it's
I
wild.
don't know what was in the water back
is.
then. Shout out George Bush. I don't know.
George Bush. It's a better time. It was a better time. Oh man. Oh, so how was high school going to high school here in Cape though for you?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
By my sophomore year, I was like, man, Marine Corps calling my name.
Dude, so you
So
were convinced.
I did the opposite of putting my nose to the books, but hey, full circle.
Hey.
That's what I did too. Same thing. It wasn't sophomore year for me, but I knew that I was like, I ain't worried about it. I'm going into the military after.
Yeah.
No, it's good to have that have that to fall back on, and to like at an early age to have that destination, in your sight, and that's what a lot of people don't even have. Going through their entire lives, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And to be that young and to be that aware,
Right,
is pretty good, dude.
Yeah. Even if it was a little bit naive, some direction's better than no direction, like you said.
Yeah.
And I think that's a common thing, like you said, that we see a lot today.
Yeah.
It's just kind of people
Just floating.
limbo.
Yeah. Paycheck to paycheck. Like,
yeah,
not actually making a decision or being consistent with the decisions that they want to make. So, no, man.
Yeah.
No, I always, like I told him, dude, I was like, man, kudos to you, dude. I love hearing people that, go to the military and make it out. You know what I mean? I love hearing that, dude.
Yeah, I would definitely not be in the same position if I didn't.
Yeah.
I agree.
With all the downs and the ups, I would still do it again.
I mean, you got to have the downs to have the ups, though.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what
the
I
only
mean?
way you get to enjoy
That's
them.
the only way you get to enjoy it, man. Man.
So, what year did you go into the military?
2016.
2016.
Yeah, right at the tail end of like peak GWAT. A lot of my seniors were vetted, to say the least.
Yeah.
And I was not at the time very thankful for that, but I am now, because those dudes were the ones that ended up allowing me to become a better leader and allow me to stay alive, because they taught me important lessons, not just about military, but life.
Yeah, for sure. And I can relate to that a lot. Did you deploy at all?
I did, yeah.
Where did you go to?
I was on a couple MUs, the 31st MU, kind of went all around. Did some route area clearance.
Was all this in Japan or?
No, we were in AFCOM, and yeah, we pretty much stayed around like Gibraltar, in between Africa and Europe.
Okay.
We were kind of just going back and forth, just kind of waiting for something to happen for 6 months.
Okay.
Excuse me, sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to leave this in the episode, too. I'm sorry, dude.
Man.
How was that area, though? I was listening.
Hot. It was hot.
My brother-in-law was I think he was in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And he loved it over there. He loved it. From what he told me and what I remember, he told me he loved it. So I didn't know if you had like any like fond memories of
Just being on ship.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of memories. It's hard to pick one, but
There was a time when a friend group of mine tried to see how long we could go without being on the top deck and seeing the sun. I personally only made it 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
The dude that beat me,
seeing the sun.
the dude that beat me, doubled that, easy peasy.
God,
Ooh, that's wild.
I couldn't imagine that. I'm in my house too
You
long.
can imagine that. You can imagine that. You know what I mean? 12-hour sleep.
No.
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 Marines on ship,
Oh yeah.
we're the
yeah,
lowest
yeah,
of the low. Where
yeah.
everybody's
you working.
we're everybody's
You working.
janitor.
I was just thinking like normal life, like at home. Like
No, I
I'm not gonna
wish.
see the sun.
Well, honestly, on ship you probably don't want that because the bunks are 4 tall, and you got about that much space,
Dang.
so you can wiggle out.
That's it.
That's all you got.
You gotta hit the shimmy on your way out.
Like,
Yeah.
And then you can move.
You got to
like,
scoot your meat curtain over and slide right out.
I know about the meat curtain. I know about the meat curtain.
Oh.
That's wild. Dude, dude.
Yeah. What was it like living on the ship?
The deck that we were on always smelled like diesel. It was a big ship, so we got lost all the
So
time.
you say big, you're talking like 3 cruise ships long. Like you're talking
Yeah,
about like
it was-
$1.8 billion.
Yeah, it was a big boy.
You're talking one of them joints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked the chow hall a lot, cleaned a lot of food trays.
Yeah.
Got real in depth in there.
Yeah.
A lot of trays, huh?
A lot of trays.
Lot of
It
trays.
wasn't the worst duty you could get though.
How many people were on the ship?
Was it 6,000? No, that's way more than that.
It's like a floating city. I couldn't even
Yeah.
tell you.
Really?
Yeah.
If you had to guess, would you say about 20, 30,000?
At least 8,000.
At least 8.
I was
Yeah.
thinking like somewhere to 6 to 12. I
Yeah.
just watched the video.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
I just watched the video.
don't
That's
know
why I
how
knew
many.
it was like one of them. These ships are like $1.8 billion, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, these junks are crazy. They got the little levels where they can put the jets on. Dude, I know all
Yeah.
about this now.
There was like 4 different decks with like full gyms on them.
Dude.
Really?
It was hard as hell to find them, but like, yeah.
So like, all right, since I'm well versed in this, I feel like this is my time to shine. You think the gunner is like the coolest job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, gunners are sick.
They all got their own little
They have yeah.
shoot the jets out. Dude, they do. They literally do.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, man. Oh, dude,
That's wild.
dope.
I don't know a whole lot about ships or any of that stuff.
I watched one video. I'm not going to shout out who I watched, but I watched one video that led me to another video that led me into another video. And then I was like, dude, this is crazy. Like, these things are $1.8 billion cities floating around
That's
in
wild.
the ocean to protect us. Wild. You don't.
You spend 1.8 billion on that. Just
Yeah, but you ain't building schools. All right, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
but you spend 1.8 billion on that ship to go out there and do that, you know, and then you got another ship or aircraft coming in, and just one missile or bomb.
Oh yeah, what is
Comes
it?
in-
Jet's like 4 million.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
more
no,
than
but
that.
I'm saying,
What?
It's more than
saying
that.
they drop something on it.
Yeah, or they don't land the right way. You know, what I mean? Like
I'm talking about the enemy.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
And it
big
only takes-
targets.
It only takes one.
They are big moving targets.
I know you've played Battleship.
I have.
You're always happy when you hit the big one.
Yes, you
Always
ain't
happy.
lying. You ain't like, yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. Battleship is a fun game.
Battleship is a fun game. I used to love that game, dude.
Dude, I never really played it as a kid, but like as an adult when I actually like got it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I played it with some friends or whatever, like drinking wise. Dude, it was like game changing.
Oh yeah, you put drinks on the line, any game's fun.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
He ain't lying.
That's a
Oh, that's
fact.
fun.
Oh man. So I guess you enjoyed your time, you know, on the ship at least. 6 weeks?
6 weeks without seeing the sun.
Man, dude, that's
Dude, I can barely go a day.
I'm
without
sitting
seeing it.
I'm like I worked nights for about a year. Well, I don't even know how long, but like I got to a certain point where I was like, man, I got to do something today. Like today, like I need that serotonin, boy. I gotta have that, man.
Yeah.
I gotta have it. That's crazy.
Did y'all put like anything on the line or just to see?
This was before we knew how far people would go for this, but it was just $200.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know if 12 weeks is worth $200, but
Dude, not at all.
he got his $200. We made sure he got it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. He worked hard for that.
Yeah, he
He
did.
worked
He worked
hard.
hard.
Extra overtime.
Yeah.
Extra overtime.
They're like, bro, you won. Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
One
keep
more
going.
week.
Yeah.
One more week.
Yeah, bro, you're good. You got this. You won. Nobody else was playing. I gotta go.
Everybody else went outside.
Yeah.
Full castaway.
Well said.
Yeah. That movie was hilarious.
Oh man. So I don't know if it's like too personal to ask, but did you ever see any like action on the boat or?
No, not
Outside
on
of
boat.
that?
No. Outside of that, nothing direct.
Yeah.
Most of it was just cleaning up, clearing caches, finding IEDs, that kind of thing.
What's a cachet?
A box of ammunition, and or IED manufacturing pieces.
Gotcha.
Typically, they'll keep all of it in a manufacturing space or a warehouse space, and then we do our best to find those and get rid of them before they can implement them.
Yeah.
How big of a cache did y'all end up finding?
I think it was over 2,000 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was an HME factory, so they were kind of just making their own expedient explosive material through a wide variety of commercially available products.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into that, but
Yeah.
they were in there. They were making the things.
Man.
That's different.
Yeah. It's wild hearing the other end of the spectrum because what I did was completely different.
Yeah, you're just like opposite ends.
Yeah.
You know, complete
Yeah.
opposite ends.
I'm just going after a couple guys. He's going after warehouses and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't do one without the other.
Yeah, I
that's
know
for
it.
sure. I learned that very quickly, actually.
Yeah.
That it's all, everybody has a role, and if one person doesn't do it or doesn't do their part, yeah, that puts everybody else at risk. So
Yeah.
everybody's
That-
part's important.
That's the same with like in life, everything in life too. You know, everybody's got their role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a village.
Mhm.
Takes a village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was one of the, so like how has the military helped you from before military to now?
I would say a big one. Me and one of my other friends, he was in the Marine Corps as well. We just had this conversation not too long ago, but I'm sure you've heard this. It's just embracing the suck. It's kind of not being afraid to be uncomfortable, to be in uncomfortable situations, and kind of like look for those. Kind of direct yourself towards being uncomfortable, and opening your perspective to those things that you may not have considered to be possible before that. You know, even if it's just going for a hike, trying a new PR at the gym. You know, something that'll challenge you mentally more than physically, but sometimes both.
Yeah.
I think that's something that everybody needs to do more.
It
I
is.
agree.
It is.
I don't know about you, but I know I have actually thought about where my life would have went had I not gone into the military. Have you ever thought about that?
Not a lot, but you know, the general picture isn't good. you
Yeah.
know, or as good, I should say. You know, you can still make it what you will, but I think I made the right choice.
Right. I agree. Same here. You know, like there was a lot of statistics that I could have become a part of that had I not joined the military. But having joined it, you know, there's a lot that I'm thankful for and a lot that I won't ever have to experience because I've made that extra leap.
Yeah. All it takes is just that first step.
Yep.
I never took that first step.
You can take the step in other directions.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I went to college. You
Yeah.
know.
There's things every day that you may not think is difficult, but the guy down the street may not be able to do it all.
Dude, it took me a long time to realize that, and I still like fight that to this day because I say it's a mindset thing, you know, all the time, and I really fully believe that everything is like a mind. Like it's about the way you perceive it. You know what I mean? The way you see it. If you think it's hard, it's probably gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it's difficult, you know what I mean? You can do it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something I firmly believe.
That's a difficult conversation that I've had a lot with people that don't have a foundation of experiences like, you know, you or I do, is that they don't have that frame of reference for sacrificing that much.
Yeah.
Some people think it's not worth the time or the effort. And I know out of context that sounds crazy because it's your life. It's always worth it.
Yeah.
But some people are just happier being comfortable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to do? You can't tell them they're wrong. They're happy.
Preach at them all day.
You can only lead a horse to water.
Are they truly happy though? Because a lot of people that I find that are complacent are people that aren't very happy and they have a lot to complain about. They just don't want to take the initiative to do so or the accountability.
I think some of that stems from just not knowing any better,
Yeah.
not having figures or role models in their life to really push them along the way. Because I know I needed that.
Yeah.
I didn't step out of high school and go, yeah, I'm gonna go do all this shit.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
it took several motivated NCOs to get me to do anything really.
Yeah.
So,
I agree with you on there because I didn't have that growing up either. You know, how was your childhood coming up? Did you have a good childhood or?
My parents always did the best they could. Our financial situation wasn't always great. We were in line at the food pantry once in a while. You know, you got to do what you got to do, but
Right.
they always made sure that we ate, always made sure that we had a clean bed to sleep in. So, I mean, how much more can you complain about?
Right. And your dad was always working and everything he possibly could.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, at least you had him as a role model to look up to, you know,
Absolutely.
and know what, okay, you know, I've seen my dad do this before. I've got to go and do this, and I've got to be able to take care of the things that I need to like he did, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't even have that.
That's something I had growing up, and that's kind of why I'm not afraid to work. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, crawl around on my hands and knees for so many years until I didn't have to, you know, anymore. And it's one thing I can thank my father for. You know?
Absolutely.
So, no, we all, especially little boys, man.
Yeah.
I had to go pick my son up today because he was having a bad day today. So, little boys need, you know, fatherly role models that in their lives that are going to push them in those kind of directions that they're going in. You know?
Right.
Like, definitely try to like set the tone for the next generation. You know.
Yeah. What does that look like though?
I mean, just being there, consistent. You know, hardworking.
Yeah.
And within hardworking, consistently hardworking within your personal life and your work life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a conversation I had with him today. I was like, you don't go to school to be bad. You go to school to be good. So that means you need to be a good person. And every day you wake up, you should try to be a good person, right? He's like, yeah, you're right. That's kind of the message.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah.
You think about having kids anytime at all?
Nope.
He said military taught me better.
Man.
This man is good, bro.
Yeah, he's good.
He living life.
I saw a video of my man John Cena not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
He made his stance on the issue, and I think I agree with his main point. I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially said that, like, from his perspective, he can't really understand being a parent, considering that he hasn't fully experienced life yet. So it's like being a parent is also being an instructor, a teacher, a mentor, a leader. And if you don't have those skill sets developed yet, and then you get stuck in well, I shouldn't say stuck. That's the wrong word. If you get placed in a situation where you're responsible for others, no matter that be a kid, a spouse, a wife, child, you know, if you adopt, and you don't have that skill set to access, you don't have those tools to pull out of that toolbox, that's when you start drowning. And then, you know, hopefully you have a positive force in your life that can help you through that time and teach you. But, you know, you're better off developing those skills on your own and understanding life and how it works and your part in it so that you can share that with them. I think that's super important.
It is, man.
Yeah.
It's well said, too, though. I ain't gonna lie to
It
you.
is well said. I can't say that I completely agree, though.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, that's a good thing to have, though. You know, if that's what, if it resonated with you a lot, then, you know,
And
that's all that
I know
matters.
it's not that one-dimensional. I'm
No.
very aware of that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, given my position that I have the option, I would
Right.
much rather take the time to develop and be a better father down the road
Yeah.
than kind of rush into relationships now
Oh, yeah, of
and
course.
just, you know,
You said
drive reckless.
Grow yourself as a person, you know, inside of a man.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're offering more of a well, I shouldn't say a product, but like a finished thing to someone that they'll hopefully be more
I mean,
appreciative
kids
of.
grow you up,
Yeah.
you know, and a lot of times they don't, you know, and having two for me is really something that I had say, all right, one was cool, but two is one pair of shoes was $40, two is $80. I'm like, oh, that's almost $100 right there. Okay, well, now we got to do something different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So sometimes that situation, I mean, I'm not going to say forced upon you, but being, you said, placed in a situation like that, sometimes it's time to, hey, fight or flight.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm very aware that sometimes you get placed in a situation you have no say in, and
Yeah.
you know you got to do what you can.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's
But if
something that you could, look back on too. Like you said, your parents are doing what they did what they could. They did what they had to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To say that they can do it, I mean, you can do it too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Of course.
I ain't gonna say you're not ready to have kids because who am I? But I ain't gonna say you are ready.
Yeah.
Now, you never know till you know.
Hey, that's a fact. That is a fact. What was you about to say though?
I don't know. I lost it.
Dang.
Yep.
Sorry, folks.
No, you're good. You're good.
Man. So, you got any hobbies, man?
Yeah, actually, I really like photography and I like hiking.
Yeah.
I like being outdoors.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't spend enough time outdoors.
Mm-mm.
Highly recommend you take a day at least out of the week to kind of just go, even if you have to sit, just be outside and just kind of be aware. I think a lot of people get lost in the noise of the day-to-day and they kind of forget what's around them and to be appreciative of it.
Yeah.
Because, you could be a lot of other places, but you're not.
Or
So
you could not be able to
Absolutely.
be in those places.
Yeah.
You got any favorite places you like to go hike?
I was about to ask the same thing.
I actually just got back from a recent trip. We did a 3-day overnight at the Grand Canyon.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
You're a trip hiker, so you take trips. To
Yeah,
hike.
yeah.
Dude, that's
For
I,
that,
I
he
give
went out
myself
to-
little treats.
Him and I, we talked at the gym, and last time I saw him, he's like, "Yeah, I just got back from Montana." He's living it, dog.
Living. You don't need no kids, bro.
No,
you
he don't
don't need
need
no
none.
kids, bro. He good, man.
Yeah.
He chilling. Man, I'm jealous. No, I'm joking. So, any other hobbies outside of, like, do you game? Do you, stuff inside? I hear you like to get outside.
Yeah, I thrift. I thrift a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I was trying to see that other side of the brain. That's what I wanted to see.
I love thrifting. It kind of blends into the business side.
See, like the vintage thrift, like clothing or like furniture.
A little bit of both. More, mainly like clothing and kind of like old media, like vinyls,
and-
VHS,
Yep.
old video game systems. I eat that shit up.
What's the coolest?
yeah.
What's the coolest thing you found?
Last summer I found a vintage Stone Cold Steve Austin with the skull and the 316 on the back,
Really?
sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
incredible.
You can get those online now, but it's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
It's not
No,
the
it was all
same.
crack. They had the
Yeah.
WWF on it, and I was
A
like, oh, the
WWF.
F, the F.
Ugh,
loved
that's
it,
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably up there.
I remember whenever I was a kid watching that, and they changed it over to WWE, and I was like, "What?
It still hit the same.
Oh, it did." But WWF, it's
It was hardcore.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
about when I got into wrestling at that point.
Who's your favorite wrestler, all time?
Man, dang. I can only pick one.
Only one, yeah.
Mr. Sweet Chin Music himself. Boy, what you mean? Shawn Mike. Boy. He did like 9 of them in a row. Boy, that should have been a world record, man.
I used to hit that on the playground all the time.
Same.
I'm not gonna lie.
That and the RKO.
Yeah.
Boy. And if there was ever anything around that I could like swing on, I would do the little Rey Mysterio like swing
Oh,
around.
yeah.
I
Oh,
did
yeah.
that like on the
Little
basketball goal.
619 action,
Yeah, the
yeah.
619, bro. I did that on the
Yeah.
basketball goal one time.
Oh yeah.
Just grabbed and run, swing my body around, and
Yeah.
wink. It's like, oh, that works. All right, yours.
Man.
Go. Let's hear it.
Man,
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I want to say legacy, Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh.
Coming out in the lowrider,
Ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the guy.
Yeah, he was.
That's the guy right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. He was him.
He had
was
aura,
him.
what the
Yeah.
kids call aura.
Yeah.
He always had something going on. He was mixed in with DX and all them
Yeah.
guys. My favorite is Steve Austin, only because
That glass break.
because anytime anybody messed with him, like I remember he went after all the DX guys. He
Yep.
was messing with them backstage
Yep.
and all that stuff. He filled Vince McMahon's car up with cement one
Yeah, I
time.
forgot
You
about
know,
that.
like he just didn't care, dude. Come out with a damn beer truck spraying people in the ring. You know, like
He was tough. He was tough.
I liked all that stuff. It was funny. Like anytime, anybody who did that, I was like, oh yeah, look at that.
The skits were definitely the best. Like I was there for the
yeah.
wrestling, when I was younger. But like once you get older, it's like, all right, what's the skit? Like, what's this week's premise? Like, what are they doing this week? Like,
Yeah.
And it was always something. Like The Rock always had something going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You still watch wrestling?
No, I haven't watched it in a while.
Dude, I hear they're trying to get it back to what it used to be.
Yeah, I heard there's more competition now.
Yeah.
There's AEW and a whole bunch of other stuff.
And then I got it on Netflix and all that good stuff like that too.
Yeah, they just started streaming that.
That kind of
did they?
threw me off when they put it on Netflix. I was like, it's really
Yeah.
taking
I didn't
off.
know
I
that.
felt that Squidward feud shirt. I was like, this man. I used to have to wait till 8 o'clock on Monday night to turn to channel 42.
For real.
And now y'all got the suite.
Man, bro. Like Monday Night Raw was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all we was talking about for like 3 days, man.
Oh yeah.
Like the next 3 days, that's all me and the guys was talking about at school for. Bro.
If you came back and you didn't know who won,
You didn't see it? Oh, you ain't nothing. Get out the circle.
Yeah. Exactly.
Where were we?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, man.
And then they had old SmackDown coming in.
Well, SmackDown was on Thursdays. Right?
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SmackDown was cool, but it was like
I liked Raw better.
Raw was always it was the A-roll guys, you know what I mean? It was you got the B-roll guys on, Thursday, and it was like they had a good story, and they had like who did they put on there? He was on Raw, and then they took him off and put him on SmackDown like as like a punishment.
Was it Brock Lesnar?
No,
Goldberg?
It wasn't Randy Orton.
No.
What's his name, bro? He wore the tights. He wore the black tights with the knees.
Triple H?
No, it wasn't.
are you talking about Undertaker?
No, it wasn't Undertaker, bro. It was Young Cat.
Black tights with the knees.
He had the black undies.
That narrows
With
it down, don't it?
Right?
Black tights with the knees.
Tan. He was like tan, bro. It wasn't Edge. Was it Randy Orton? It wasn't Randy Orton.
It might have been Randy Orton. I don't know.
Whoever it was, bro, they put him on there. Then they put Kurt Angle on there. Then they went at it for like 2 years straight.
Oh, that was probably Randy Orton then.
I think it was Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
man, I'm through. I'm over here getting all excited again. Like I still watch wrestling, dog.
Did you ever play the games?
I played them. So like a little bit of my episode, like I was the kid that got like the GameCube, and my nephew got like the PlayStation. When I would go to my sister's house, I would play the game, but like I was never playing it enough to like it and care about it. I was just locked in with it visually.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, on TV.
Yeah.
But like my memory of playing it, they were chill.
My favorite part was always the creative character.
Mm-hmm.
I would always just create some humanoid,
Some human
some
noise.
absolute life form. No neck, benching 640, 8 feet
No
tall,
neck, benching 640.
purple
That man
socks,
walking
yellow
like
leggings.
this.
Yeah, he's ready to eat you.
Grab you, throw you in the
That's
crowd,
funny.
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tossed them.
yeah,
Tossed
we were breeding straight mongoloids over there.
It's like the opposite of like Madden, you know what I mean? 99 speed, 99 straight.
No. Mass. Yeah.
Straight hippo, athletic hippo out there, just
Yeah.
ready to tear down the town, man. No. Oh man. Oh, where were we? We were talking about ships.
Yeah, we were talking about ships. I don't remember where we're at. And then we started talking. Oh, we started talking about kids. That's how we got into the wrestling thing.
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
kids and wrestling go hand in hand.
They
Oh, yeah.
really do. They really do.
All of our kids, inner kids.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
I
witnessed
could.
it here, right here.
Hey, we'd always push the mattresses together, take them off the beds and push them together and have our own wrestling ring.
Nah, dude, I would like close the door and just go in my room and I'd practice all the moves.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it, dude.
yeah.
I just do flips on the bed. Bam.
We,
Pop up. I'm good. Wham! Like, yeah, I can do it on both sides. All right, we good to go, bro.
we'd take pillows off the couches and move them in there by the mattress too, and just get a little wrestling ring going. And me and my cousin, we'd both be body slamming each other. Yeah,
Yeah, that's me.
till you landed wrong and hurt your arm and started crying. You know.
Oh man. So, what's life looking like, man?
It's my last semester of school, so I'm really just trying to stay out of trouble, keep my nose down.
Yeah. You said stay out of trouble, like you found in trouble or something.
Yeah, you know me.
said, "Be finding me."
I do what I can.
Man. So, you said you're going to college for business.
Mhm.
Is there any like directions you're looking in?
I've always been more interested in the strategy side of business. So
Well, I meant like job wise. Like, are you looking to go into like a certain like job opportunities or
no, not really. I'm
No?
kind of keeping it open.
Open?
I'm not really too interested in the straight 9 to 5 office dynamic.
Yeah,
I'd rather have something a little more,
flexible.
challenging, hybrid.
What would that be for you?
I wouldn't mind traveling. So being maybe like a traveling position for a certain company,
Yeah.
that would be really cool.
Like doing sales or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just doing promotions,
Okay.
trying to work with regional leaders to develop strategies for them.
Hell yeah,
I want
that'd
to
be
talk to some
awesome.
car dealerships, dude.
Yeah.
I know a guy. Not gonna lie to you. Exactly what you're talking about. That's all he does. He
Yeah.
travels around and talks strategies all day, and then brings them like opportunities that they can take up on.
Yeah. I've always just been more gravitative to the how things work and what makes them better than, the actual full-on selling of things.
Surprised you didn't become an engineer then.
I was an
You was
engineer
an
in the Marine
engineer in the
Corps.
military?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. I think that's where I picked it up from, to be
Yeah.
honest, and then I kind of just dug it into the business.
Yeah. Full circle.
I think it's important to understand the process because it's the only way that you'll get better at, doing whatever craft you're doing.
Getting a better outcome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can really channel your results to fit your needs.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
It is. It is.
This guy's got it figured out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't give me that.
No.
He's got it figured out.
I'll go get a lottery ticket right now. We can figure this out. I'll show you right now.
He said, I'll crash out right now, dog.
Yeah.
I catch a million, you'll get half. All right.
Bro, I'll drive.
He said, I'm driving.
I will drive.
He ain't got to ask me twice.
Half?
We gonna leave all these recording, and then we're gonna have
Come
to edit. It's still recording when we get back,
Come back.
and then when you go to edit it, it's gonna be, please wait, we'll be right back. And it'll play that like elevator
music.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm down with that. Come back to. That joint hit, bro.
I got a free ticket. What you got?
I ain't got nothing.
Damn.
Man. Oh, man. Well,
So what businesses are you wanting to own? You mentioned that earlier, kind of when we're
I
off
feel like you
camera.
want to be like in your villain arc. You're going to have like some like little penthouse loft type giant. You're going to have like 5 monitors up, whole setup right here, nice little view in the back. You're going to be just checking stats. And you're going to come over to your computer.
Ding.
Got it figured out. I just hit a new Bitcoin. It's
Yeah.
I think that's what he's getting at, man. I think that's what
No, I love being in the trenches.
Okay.
I love being in it. I like being on the sales floor, just mingling with customers and talking with teammates and, really getting people in the right positions to be successful.
You like the interpersonal? Like you like
I do.
to actually sit
I
down?
do,
and-
yeah. I think sitting down with your customer is the best thing you can do for your business
Yeah.
because you're getting a direct feed of information.
Yeah.
So anytime you can, whatever your target market is, reach out to them. Go to places they're going to be at.
Yeah.
Interact with them. See how they interact with things, how they interact with their phone or other media.
Yeah.
You could tune that to your guys' thing
I saw a
and make it more
video
effective.
the other day where a guy was talking to one of his buddies or whatnot and was asking him, he's like, man, I went in there and got this deal with this guy here because I studied up on him. I figured it out, and I went in there and I knew what to talk and how to talk to him and what questions to ask when nobody else did. And he said, just learning what they like, what they dislike, what their interests are, what their hobbies are, just getting to know them as a person is a step up over just somebody coming in and wanting to, hey, I want to talk to you because
Yeah.
we're in the same industry, but I don't know who you are.
Yeah. I think they're fishing for something that they don't even know what they're fishing for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of focus on just gathering as much data as you can, seeing how many views you get on this or that. But like certain views are different because you get that one interaction and then they'll like 10 different videos of yours.
Yeah.
And then you're like, why did they do that? You know, finding out that why will produce more of those.
Yeah.
And then it just
Action makes that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this guy, man, we need a CEO or something.
Yeah.
I think we do, man.
Yeah.
Sit down, turn these cameras off real quick. Sit down and have a real conversation here in a minute.
We come here to do an interview on him, and he's over here job interviewing us.
He's like, I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
Yeah.
Numbers gonna go up.
Yeah.
It's cool with me. So, I'm gonna jump back into your hiking.
yeah.
I'm a amateur hiker myself, and I have not been hiking in a while. So when it gets warm outside, dude, I might actually hit you up to go
For sure,
hiking,
yeah.
dude. Like, I don't know about like taking a trip, you know,
Nah.
like some
There's-
local hiking. Like we can go like a couple hours. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that we live. You know, believe it or not, as much
in
as
a
people
great
want to
area.
talk shit about Southeast Missouri, we
Dude.
have some of the best nature
We really do.
in our area.
I mean, within a 3-hour range.
Probably
from
more.
Here.
Probably
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because it's what 8 to the Smoky Mountains and then
Yeah.
9 to the Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, we can
Go
take a
outside,
drive.
smell the roses. You'll know.
Yeah, we can
Right.
take a ride. We can take a ride.
Where's your favorite place to go at around here?
Nearby. You ever been to Little Grand Canyon?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at again?
It's Maconda, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking
It's beautiful.
about. Yeah.
It's
I've
beautiful.
seen pictures. I've heard
Yeah.
some people talk.
There's
about
I think it's called Panther's Den.
Yep.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I camped out there last summer. It was really cool. We stayed
you?
underneath the rocks, real
Yeah.
caveman style. Yeah.
Hell
it was
yeah.
sick.
The rock faces over there is awesome.
Yeah. It looks like a city, like made out of rocks.
Yeah.
Dang,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They got that one giant wall, and they got like little passages through it and stuff too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Is it fishing, hunting, or just fishing?
I fish sometimes, but yeah.
That's something I'm gonna try to do more with the kids this year. Actually, take them out fishing.
Yeah, I feel like for some reason fishing just like hits kids.
Yeah.
Like they love reeling a fish in.
Dude, that's. I think I remember my first fish.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I vividly remember the first fish I caught. So yeah, that's crazy.
I don't remember mine.
You don't?
No.
Too many.
Dang.
He said too many. No, it never grasped my attention, man. I was always too impatient. I was the one that I'd throw it out there and that bobber wasn't plopping under by the time I got it out there.
Like 10 seconds in,
I
it's
was
like,
just
it's
like-
not doing nothing.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, oh well, look at this over here. And then my dad or a buddy of mine would be like, oh dude, look. And I'd be like, run back. There ain't nothing on there. And go back to doing what I was doing. I did enjoy it though. Like it was fun at times, but I just could never get into
Yeah,
it.
interested.
Yeah.
No, I loved it as a kid. Like I said, I remember the first fish I caught, and literally, like, once I was old enough to go on my own, dude, I keep a pole. I keep at least 2. You know?
Yeah.
So if I ever got time to go, that's something I'm like, I'll go fishing today. I'm gonna probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're hard to go in the coop, but I'll make them fit.
They'll
You
make-
pop the window.
Yeah,
Be all right.
I was like, I ain't make them fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was stationed in North Carolina for a little bit, and one of my buddies had a Mustang, and we went to the beach to surf like every day.
Yeah.
So we'd pack these 8-foot fucking poles in his Mustang. They'd be in the trunk 4 feet out the front window. The PMO, the gate guards would be like, hey, you can't do that. And we just do it every day
I was
anyway.
about to say, just keep on moving.
Yeah.
Oh, our bad. We forgot.
Oh, dude, did y'all fish on the boat?
No, we were straight on the beach, like straight
No,
sand.
on the big boat.
No.
Navy-
We were too far, too high up.
Yeah. In one of the videos I watched, they strung up some poles on the back of the boat.
Oh, I bet you could get some night.
Yeah,
There's
they
some,
got
yeah.
They got some crazy looking fish.
Yeah.
You know?
Because they follow the boat because of the trash. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what they were saying. They was
You
like,
could- yeah.
we'll catch something eventually, but I think they said it took like 6 or 7 hours. But like after that, yeah, they finally
yeah.
caught like, I think it was like 3 or 4 big chunks.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's wild.
Yeah. I figured, I didn't know if that was a thing because they said that a lot of people don't do it, but I was.
Yeah,
that's
I've
the way-
never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Dude.
I would have done that for sure.
He said, I would have did it.
He'd have never got into that 6 weeks without sun.
Nah, I would have took full advantage. Nice and peace and quiet.
Yeah.
6 weeks no sun is still wild, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's straight.
I would not do it again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna do it again.
Whenever we kind of did something like that whenever I was deployed, I wasn't a part of it, but we had our medics. 2 medics and a mortarman, they all found some Epicac, and they were going to see who could hold down the Epicac the longest. Now I think they only played for like $100
Oh,
or something.
What's okay?
Epicac is,
I don't know.
it induces vomiting.
That's what I was thinking.
And so,
I was
like,
I don't-
there's
I'm
a
not sure.
certain, like, you're only supposed to take like a tablespoon of it, like not a whole lot, and each of them downed an entire bottle.
A matter of seconds, or
No, it took probably, I think the first guy, whoever held it the longest won. The first guy lost it at like 20, 30 minutes. The next guy lost it at like 45, and then it was like an hour 10 for the last guy.
that dude's a tank.
Yeah.
That dude eats flaming hot Funyuns for breakfast.
Yeah.
breasts is
That man is built different.
Yeah. It was wild. I was like, what in the hell? And like as soon as the they're like, you know, the last guy was still going, they're like, all right, we got a meeting. So we went into the meeting and they were just like staring at him like, when's he gonna do it? When's he gonna
It's
do
gonna
it?
pop.
When's he gonna have it? And you just see him like running off out of the briefing to go throw up.
Sounds like I don't even know. I don't even know. Something to do. You
I
know?
was
Pure
I was
entertainment.
entertained
Pure entertainment.
just because it was something exciting, and you know,
He's like,
I wasn't a part of it.
This isn't a normal Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wild. Man, I see you got some fly kicks on, bro. Where, bro? Like, yeah. You collect?
I used to. I
Used
used
to?
to. Yeah, I just have a couple pairs left. I sold most of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to be super into it.
You got like a main plug? Like when you did collect, did you have like a main site or?
No, I just used to sweat my ass off. I would show up at the mall a couple hours early.
I keep forgetting that you're simply.
I knew one of the security guards. She would let me in one of the access doors. I'd be in there before all the other people.
He was one of them guys.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
He had to hook up.
He was fighting for his shoes
Shit.
just like everybody else was.
My mom saw me at 16 leaving at 4 a.m. She was like, "Where the hell you going?" "I'm going to the mall. Going to get me some shoes."
At 16, boy, go back to bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be the thing, though.
It
Like,
did.
I remember that all the time.
Like I was telling you, man, like I never really got into like J's like that. So
Yeah.
like I never really fully understood, you know, what it
Yeah.
was. And to me, with a lot of things that we grew up with, to me, I always thought that, you know, cool, they got this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Those are never going nowhere.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I'll be able to get, if I like them one day, I'll be able to get them one day.
Yeah.
So like, for the whole retro and all, bro, like I'm like, that man, you got some old J's, bro. Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I get it, but like then again, I never really
Yeah.
understood why it was the thing. You know?
It was definitely more rewarding as a teenager
Oh, I bet
to
it
kind
was.
of chase those sneakers and then show up at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of that, yeah,
It's like, what else
you're
you
probably
flexing?
right.
You know what I mean? What else you flex? Like I got a homeboy. He's older than me. Every color. At least every color. I'm just gonna specify like ones.
Mhm.
Every color. I'm like, why do you need them in every color, bro? Like that. These match everything. You know what I mean? Like, God, that's how I look at it. I got one pair of shoes. I know it matches everything. I might buy 2 more, and I'm good. You know, for at least a year. You know.
That's what good marketing will do.
That's what good marketing will do. Somebody needs to plug me for that one, boy, because I will plug some shoes out there. Let me get a Nike deal.
There you go.
Nike deal 1, UGG deal 2.
Nike and Ugg.
Vans, holler at me.
Vans. Let's go. DC, come join in. Why
Everybody's
not?
gonna be cozy.
Everybody
gonna
boy,
be cozy.
keep
Yeah.
throwing me deals, man.
The block
Yeah.
is gonna have good feet.
You want comfortable? Nah, I ain't gonna do a commercial right now.
Oh.
Man, I love having you in here, man.
Absolutely.
bring
Thank you
some
for
good
having me.
energy, man. You
Yeah.
bring some good energy, man. Is there any life advice that you would give to some? I'm gonna clarify this. I'm gonna specify. Is there any life of like advice that you would give anybody thinking about joining the military?
yeah, just tying back into what we were already talking about is just be ready to be challenged, to be uncomfortable. I mean, that's what you're signing up for. I think a lot of people forget that. But it's not about you. It's about the team. It's about the family you build, the bonds.
Yep.
At a certain point, it kind of clicks in your head. It's like, oh, I'm not here for me.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the benefits. I'm not here for the pay. I'm not here for my own awards and merits. I'm here for the Marines under me and the ones next to me. Because at the end of the day, those are the ones that are going to either keep you alive or get you killed. So it's like it's your job to make sure that one of those two things happens.
Mm-hmm.
Said be ready to be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
D. Will.
That's good. That was good. I agree with that 100%, you know. And I was thinking as he was explaining it, like, you first go in, okay, I signed up, I'm doing this here, and you don't really know. But once you get with your guys and y'all bond over time, like, it's like you get to go hang out with your best friends every day and you get paid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Still tied in with a lot of the guys you?
Absolutely.
Kinda
They're all
figured
out there doing great things.
Hey.
Any of them live close that you get to go hang out with?
Yeah, actually, one of the guys that I was in the delayed entry program with, I don't know if you did that or not.
No.
Is a little program they do while you're in high school before you can graduate and get shipped out. They kind of make sure that you're physically and mentally kind of ready. Yeah. And he was in a group with me. He went to Jackson. But he got out before me. He got set up over here. I got out, and I saw him downtown one night, and I was like, dude. And it's been real ever since. He goes on the trips with me.
Okay.
Real good dude.
When's the next trip?
May.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he had an answer.
Where to?
We're going back to Montana, but we're going up north towards Glacier.
Okay.
We'll be about 45 miles from the Canadian border, but we're gonna do a 4-day backpacking trip.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Nice little graduation present.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Backpacking.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna go backpacking through Europe at all?
I did a study abroad last semester.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to Belgium, Germany, the Netherlands, and France. It was an interesting experience.
I bet.
He's just getting all the travel.
I want to see his passport now.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like,
He's collecting them stamps.
he got them, man. Goodness, man. Keep living, bro.
What's the favorite place you've been to? Like your
Japan.
number one.
Japan.
I don't know, man. That's tough.
Japan.
I'll tell you that Montana trip that I told you about. The first night we were there, we're in it's called the Beartooth Wilderness. It's just south of Billings, if you ever want to go. And the first night we set up camp, we were late, and I was stressed out. And I didn't think we were going to get our tents up in time. I didn't think we'd be able to eat dinner. And I remember it was probably like 30 degrees. I was being a baby, but I was pretty cold, so I was shivering, putting my tent poles together. And I was like, the plastic wasn't plasticking because it was cold and they didn't want to stretch. And I was just like, and I remember setting it down and just like huffing and puffing, walking, like took a break. And I just looked up, and like that was the most insane stars I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like it looked like out of the movies. Like you could see the space dust.
Man.
Like not stars, like the dust in between the stars.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, what am I mad for?
Yeah.
Fuck this tent. I'll sleep on the floor. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an incredible experience.
When I was in Afghanistan, that was looking up at the sky. It's kind of the same scenario. It was cold and everything, but I remember being able to see all that and like you can actually see the Milky Way, and it is like the pictures that you see in the books don't do it justice.
No.
At all.
Realize that you're just a speck in reality. Just
it hits.
Floating. You're like, man, there's things way bigger than me out there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What am I so mad about a tent for?
Man.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of things do. You just like, what are you so mad about? Man.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. That's crazy.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're glad that, you get to go on all these trips. We live vicariously through you, and we love to hear about it.
Living vicariously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over here just daydreaming. Like,
I know.
man.
Dude, me too. I was daydreaming about. I thought he was gonna say that he looked up and saw a bear in the trees and everything. I was like, "Oh, where's this going?"
Man, he over here explaining. I'm over here seeing the Milky Way. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm over here just like looking like, wow.
Yeah.
Putting myself in, it's like, why am I so mad? Like,
Yeah.
man.
I think I do have a good question for you guys.
For us,
Yeah.
nice.
So everybody's watching MTV, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know music videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not. I'm not too old. Okay. You'd be surprised. People younger than us are not familiar with music videos. I don't know what's going on.
I remember
'Cause they took 'em
MTV.
away.
I remember MTV back in the day when that's all it was music videos.
Exactly.
Like, there was nothing else on there.
That's where I was going. What's one song that you hear, like whether it be on the radio or on your personal collection, but like you can close your eyes and just see scene for scene the music video?
D-Welk, you want to go first?
I would say Smells Like Teen Spirit.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Robin Thicke, Lost Without You, comes to my head.
That's a good one too.
Lost without you. Like that, just him sitting there playing the guitar, dude. I see that whole scene in my head.
Yeah. It hits different, doesn't it? It like
It
adds
does.
depth to the song.
I still to this day watch music videos though.
100%.
Yeah.
That's my preferred way to watch. Yeah.
I do like I'm in my car pretty much all day, every day with work and all that. So like I get to this point to where I just hear all the music all day, and I'm just like, I get home and I'm like, nope, I'll throw music videos on for like 30 minutes to an hour while I'm like settling in, and then I'll like put TV on. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, dude, I get that, and it brings that nostalgia too.
Yeah.
You know, to have that one channel you can just click on and
It adds a little oomph to the
Yeah.
music. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even have to be listening to it straight up. You can just look at it and be like, oh, yes.
Dude, it was like high school because like MTV, it evolved like everything else in life. It evolved, and I remember like in high school they had like what I think was like the 5 a.m. jam or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it had like the
Yeah.
white border with like the yellow, like
Yeah.
the lines that would come in it. Dude, I remember I would wake up, turn that on my TV, like in my room. I would turn the volume down, and I would get ready to go to like school.
Yep.
And like that's how I did every single morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I feel so much better now.
The other day, I was like, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I was just listening to the sound bits behind, people's videos, and "Breathe" by Breaking Benjamin come on. I was like, swiped off TikTok, jumped right over and
Exactly.
started
That's
looking
exactly.
at it.
I do that all the time. I'll be on Reels or TikTok, and it'll be a soundbite like that. And I'm like, where do I know that from? And then
Yeah.
I'll YouTube it, and I'll be like, oh.
See, I gotta. That'll be with song lyrics because I'm a very random person. So like, I'll just randomly just bust out.
Oh, yeah.
I might swerve and that. I'll just do
Yeah,
that. But like,
yeah.
I had one. It's been a while. Shout out my boy Vare. But like, me and him went back and forth for like 2 days. Like, bro, where's this lyric from? What song is this from? It was like one of those mixtape Lil Wayne songs that we had to like go all the way back and like I think it's number 16. No, I think it's number 6. I'm like, it's got to be one of them, bro.
Nobody younger than us will ever know. No, number 16,
Yeah.
track 16,
Yeah.
track 6.
I'm not going to lie to you. I miss mixtapes.
Yeah, I do
Dude,
too.
I
swear-
miss
I don't like
mixtapes.
them being EPs now.
No, it
Like,
doesn't hit the same.
No, EP is an album. Like to me, an EP is an album where it's exploratory music. It's like stuff that you're putting out there. You're like, okay, I want to see if people's messing with this. Okay, they are. Cool. I'll make more stuff like this. Just make it mixtape
Yeah.
and don't care what people think and literally drop it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I miss mixtapes, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. Real trap shit.
Hey, Wiz Khalifa,
You damn sound like damn Pennywise over there.
he got that from down here.
He did.
That's what it was.
That was from
Yeah.
downtown.
He got it down there.
It was like, damn, son, where'd you find this shit? Like, that shit used to hit, boy.
You heard that, you know it was about to be a bop.
Banger.
Yeah.
Straight banger. You was
You
about
turn
to
the
be,
bass up.
You was about to be lit. Boy,
Yeah.
man. Back in the football, but
That's how lockers get punched in. Right?
man,
Yeah.
bro, I
That
put a lot of
is.
lockers listening to that. I ain't gonna play,
Yeah.
man. A lot of reckless activities.
A lot of
Felonious.
waka flocka.
Oh,
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Do not get. I'm started. They used to call me Waka Flocka in high school.
Did they?
So I would walk around going, Flocka, 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 Flocka. Don't believe me? Go ask our next door neighbor. She'll tell you.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, that was very wild. and random in life.
Beautiful time. I honestly think that we went to high school at like the peak time.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Because like if you go to high school
There wasn't
now,
too much technology,
oh yeah, just a little bit.
but just enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There were still rules and regulations that were based on respect and morals
Yep.
versus what's kind of right and what should be right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that. I'm not going to get class in that gray area, but
Maybe I got the rose tinted glasses on, but I'm happy. I'm happy with my experience.
I am as well. I am as well, and it's kind of sad, dude. It's kind of sad.
It's wild, dude. Like it'll never be that again.
No, they get iPads.
Like, it was so
Remember when
much-
you had to go get your books?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I was always late to get my books. I always had the busted ass ones, the covers falling off.
I always went like an hour into it. Like I wasn't gonna be early, but I would like wait like an hour and a half, and then I would go get my books because I knew that's when the crew gonna be there.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's up, bro? How you do? Why were you at football practice last week, boy? Where was you at? Man, you ain't playing this year, boy."
Yeah.
That was that time,
It was always
man.
like, man, you ain't playing?
That was that time, man. You ain't
Yeah.
seen nobody, you know what I mean,
know.
for 2 months almost, you know, and
Man, back then that was a long time though.
yeah, back
Yeah.
then it was. Well, to us, you know, now it's
Now it's zips
You walk
by.
outside, it's
couple
March.
paychecks.
Like, what happened?
Facts,
Couple
bro.
paychecks. You ain't lying.
A couple
You ain't
paychecks.
lying, bro.
You like, dang, man. Yeah, I paid them bills last month.
Yeah.
Last month, like, dang, time flies, bro. That's
Mm-hmm.
how it is. It was just Christmas.
Man.
Did you get anything good for Christmas?
Did I get anything good for Christmas? I got to spend time with my children.
That's pretty good.
That's all I asked for. Did they get anything good for Christmas? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Preach.
Did you get anything? Did you get anything good for Christmas?
Yeah, I think so.
What was your best gift? Favorite gift?
My dad.
Don't answer that. I feel like that's the way I said it. I just turned
Yeah.
myself off.
Yeah.
That was a weird way to say that.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's okay. That's good to hear that you had a good Christmas.
Hell yeah.
He said, hell yeah.
That's what we're here for.
All we were missing was a damn bear slapping together. Hell yeah.
I'm in a tizzy. I'm in a tizzy. Okay, I gotta stop crying. Man, is there a lady in your life?
There is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
As far as you going with it.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
It's all right. That's
Yeah.
okay. We'll respect your boundaries.
Yeah.
It's nothing bad.
No. I didn't.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I didn't think. I didn't think it was anything bad at all. I was just, asking, seeing how it was.
Yeah. It's a weird environment these days. Like, just relationships in general, not necessarily dating, because dating is
That's kind of where I was getting at.
that's its own thing now, which is weird.
Yeah. Like
Very
if you're
weird.
dating, like, that was all the above, like you were together. It
Not
didn't
no
matter.
more.
I know.
No. Yeah. And that was a weird thing to deal with once I got out of the military, because it's like in the military, every relationship has consequences.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have a good relationship with your commanding officer, your platoon leader, whatever, that can be detrimental to your entire day-to-day life.
Yeah.
You come out here, people don't have that weight, so they don't treat the relationships the same way.
Yeah.
Because they have no effect on your life, and they treat you as such. And that was, for me, that was difficult to adapt to when I came back.
That's kind of where I was going with it. I was going
Yeah.
to see, like, well, are you dating? How are your experiences with, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It is a slippery slope, though.
Yeah.
Very slippery.
Some people, they get out and they double down and they just get into like bad relationship after bad relationship because they refuse to kind of acknowledge that they've changed.
Yeah.
And like, it's always with people they knew before too.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to a person that expects them to be 2012 them,
Yeah.
but you're meeting
2020.
present them.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's all hunky dory for a little bit till they realize, wait a minute, you're not that anymore.
Yeah.
And then things get weird. I
It
don't know.
is.
I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but
Oh yeah, for sure. It's always been a slippery slope. Like things definitely aren't what they used to be. People don't value others the same, and relationships are completely different. Like it's more or less ever since
There are
the whole
situationships.
like boom of social media as a whole, it has made people expendable, and you don't value people the same. Oh, okay, well, you talk to me in this tone here. Well, screw off. I'm gonna throw in the towel. I can go over here to this person now.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, hey, like that's not okay. Don't treat me that way,
yeah,
and then continue to work with that person
yeah,
because people are people. They make mistakes. We're not perfect, so
No.
yeah. And
You
that's
know?
that's definitely a two-way exchange too, because not only is that person cutting you out, but they're refusing to acknowledge the error.
yeah,
So not only are you losing an asset that may know you and could help you, but you're also refusing to acknowledge that there may be a problem that exists.
right,
So it's like a double negative,
Yeah.
yep,
and that's why you see so many people struggling.
Sometimes you just can't fix that problem.
No,
You
no,
know?
no. I know. Yeah,
You know?
it takes time.
It takes time and it takes, the effort and the communication too,
Yeah.
to get that problem fixed.
Ye-
But
Yeah, you definitely have to have like a certain level of communication skills to even talk to yourself sometimes.
oh yeah, for sure.
Because if you refuse to put those words together in your head, how are you going to say them out loud to somebody? You
Right.
know what I mean?
right.
Mm-hmm.
I personally had that trouble like deeply
Oh,
when I got out.
I still got that trouble every now and again. It's like I have to constantly like reflect on myself and be like, "Whoa, hang on now. Like you could have worded that better. You could have structured it better. You could have thought it through more." And
Just
gone.
kind of a think before you speak kind of thing.
No, it's not taking the time to choose the proper words and just using the words that come to mind with a different intent.
I got you.
I think intent is a great word because I feel like sometimes your raw first reactions aren't reflective of how you're truly going to process a situation. So something may happen and you get really upset and you let that initial emotion carry forward to how you deal with the whole problem. Versus if you did take that time to step away and be like, okay, am I actually upset or was that just, a slight inconvenience that I can work around? And I think some people just don't take that time to differentiate the two and they're just upset all the time.
There's a book that I read it by it's called Cry Like a Man, written by Jason Wilson, and he's got a quote in there that stuck to me ever. It was once I got on my healing phase and like self-discovery and everything like that, it was the first book I read, and he had a quote in there that says, "Emotions are great servants, but poor masters." That's always stuck with me, and that goes off of what you were explaining there. If you don't know, if you allow the anger and frustration to come out, it's always going to control you rather than allowing yourself to process and take in and consider all directions instead of just one.
Yeah. No. It's something I've dealt with a lot. I'm an emotional person.
How do you deal with that?
I know that I'm emotional.
You're self-aware?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people refuse to acknowledge that.
No, you get to a certain point in life, you're just like, no, I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
That's that. But I'm also bipolar depressive too.
Yeah.
So that feeds into that sometimes. So that they both work off of each other. My emotions and I'm not gonna say disability, but depressive manic states can kind of affect my actual emotions, and my emotions can affect me going into those states as well.
Oh, yeah.
So this is something I'm fully aware of. I stay aware of it, and then a lot of going to therapy. Excuse me. A lot of going to therapy and getting to the point to where I know how to communicate my emotions well.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so a lot of self work, a lot of self reflecting.
Yeah, and I think that's important for people to realize is that when one thing's wrong, usually it's not just one thing.
No.
That path to self-discovery isn't a point A to point B. You're going to have stops along, and you're going to have different issues to fix, and I think that's important to acknowledge as being okay or normal.
Yeah.
Because
Anger is always a secondary emotion too.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a emotion that comes from it first that causes that anger to happen, whether it's sad, upset, anything.
Yeah. I get triggered.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody does to an extent,
Yeah.
depending on, you know what I mean? Like,
It gets subtly triggered,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
and
you
then
start wandering off a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was like thinking. I was like,
Yeah.
it's like that little thing that happens, like you were saying, like stopping along the way. It's like you don't realize that at this point, it's affecting this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to kind of readdress that before you can move to this. So it'd be like certain things that'll bring up things, like I said, triggered. So
Yeah.
oh man, is that something that you work on still?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm totally blessed. One of my best friends is a counselor, and whether she knows it or not, we have pretty regular conversations.
Therapy.
Yeah, ish. I don't make her work for free,
Yeah.
but even just her methods of communicating, not necessarily like any lessons she's pushing on me, but with how she communicates with me openly, freely, honestly. I think even having someone like that can make a huge difference. Someone that you can talk to that you know the message is being received, how you want it to be received. I think that's rare.
Yeah.
That is so rare.
Oh, yeah.
It's like pure gold communicating.
Yeah.
Comprehension is just as important as, you know, being able to communicate.
Absolutely.
I guess saying that means like know your party. You know what I mean? Know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's good to have someone that you don't feel like you have to put a filter on for.
Yeah.
Right.
Be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like that in your relationship?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like a day one like requirement is to be able to communicate and to know that you can, so that we can have those conversations whether we want to or not.
Is that something that I'm guessing y'all sat down and talked about?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That was like one of the first things we talked about.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it in the point where did you guys get into a fight and then
No,
you know what I mean?
we've never actually had a fight.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm sure it's coming, but I'm a realist. I know. I fuck up all the time. I know. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But at least you guys are practicing that now in a safe environment rather than allowing a fight to happen first and then realizing, oh, we need to have better communication. Well, how do we go about doing that?
Yeah.
At least you're being proactive and starting now and learning how to do that with each other before.
Opening the lines of communication early on before the problems arise. You know, so you know how to, you know, solve them.
Yeah, but it definitely takes some learning to get to that point where you want to do stuff like that. You have to have those bad experiences. Well, you don't have to, but most people have those bad experiences first, and then they're like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Let's do this a different way.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they think that.
You know, you could be like me and just, you know, never see your parents fight and just think life's supposed to be just this perfect picture with the person that you tell that you love. And then the first time that you get in a relationship and it don't work out, you just nix it. And you get to the next one and then you just think everything's cool. And then next thing you know, it's not. Nix that one too, you know. And you just get a little chain of that going along and you realize, no, this is not how it's supposed to work. Right? Yeah, you got to talk. You got to do this, put time, be trusting, be willing, you know, like, yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn when you don't really.
Especially when you have to acknowledge that you have flaws in yourself that add to that.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for people to realize that, you know, the book of life is a POV and not a third person. You're not getting a bird eye view. You're not seeing everything.
Right.
You're only seeing what you see.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I was listening to a podcast a while back, and they read in a book, they were talking about it in one of the books that they read, that the average person will be driving and there's 300,000 things going on around you. And like, this is like a statistic. Like, there's 300,000 things going on, and a human can only, if they're able to, can only really focus on 2 or 3 things, but they are actually distracted by around 7. But around 7 out of that 300,000 things that is actually happening all around them at that given point.
It's crazy, man. It's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something I think about while I'm driving down the road, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
Like, I mean, think about it, though. Like, you're driving down the road, think about the things that you're focusing on, and then like start paying attention to everything around you, and
Yeah,
like
like somebody's at
what's-
work in that building. Somebody over there is about to go to eat breakfast.
Yeah, that squirrel's up in that
I was about
tree.
to say
You know
that.
what I mean? Like,
There's a squirrel on the ground eating us.
yeah, but you're mainly focused on what's happening in front of you
Yeah.
and around you, like around you. But there's a lot of other things going on too, and it really shows how consciously aware that we are really distracted by certain things, but there's everything else still going on around us.
Yeah.
Like it's just a real good reminder that life is still continuing on,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that we just need to take a step back and worry about things that are really more important.
Speck of dust
Yep.
on a floating rock.
Speck of dust on a floating rock.
Man. In a galaxy.
Yep.
In another galaxy. Man. Well, D-Welk.
Bezos? However you pronounce my name, I'm just going to pronounce yours the same way. I'm like, D-Well, I'm like, Bezos?
Okay,
Bezos?
there it is. Oh man. Well, I'm glad you met this guy right here.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I need to check you out in the gym. I should ask you some gym questions while I ask you. What's your favorite lift?
Dumbbell incline bench.
Dumbbell incline bench. How much you bench?
Fuck. Well, Planet Fitness only allows me to do 75, so
75.
dumbbells.
Oh, dumbbells?
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
do
for
like the
for regular?
regular? Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't tried in a while.
Yeah.
He was getting up there where I was at.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was like, he kinda,
Yeah, he was up there at one point.
yeah,
Don't let him fool you.
I could tell. You know what I mean? He hikes. He got some thick thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have lost a lot of body mass because I've been hiking more than I've been lifting. So
It's not
But
bad,
hey,
That's
man,
still,
you're getting that anybody can go to the gym anywhere, but not everybody can go out there and just be in the
Facts.
nature where you're at. And it's-
Facts.
anybody can, they just don't want to.
That
Facts.
Point proven. Yeah.
Facts. Well, on that note, man, Corey,
Anybody
I
can.
appreciate you.
Yeah. He ain't wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't wrong, but he said, "Go do it, man. Go do it. If
Go
he
do
can
it.
do it, you can do it."
True.
And that's a fact.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Well, as I said, man, Corey, thank you, dude.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, bro.
Yeah, really appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.
You do.
It's
It's
awesome.
been
It's been a
good.
pleasure to have
Learned
you.
a lot.
We do. And we want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Unveiled Past Podcast. You said episode 6, man.
Yeah.
We ain't talk about this.
It's episode 6.
How is it? I thought it was episode 5.
2-part.
That's still one episode.
Well, yeah, okay. So episode 5 then. I was going on. Yeah.
I mean, we can. But no, that's like for episode 4, part 2. That's, yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll do
2 part. Okay.
episode 4, part 2.
So we want to thank you guys for watching Unveiled Past Podcast. We appreciate you guys like to the highest extent. I don't think you guys really realize that. We appreciate you guys. And we want you to like this video, comment on this video. See me, I'm messing up my lines again. And share it out to a friend,
subscribe.
family member. I'm getting to it.
Family member, share it out.
Family member, inner family, or a family member that's outside in the family somewhere. I don't know.
Subscribe. I'm the background
And
noise.
subscribe.
Comment, share, subscribe.
And on that, hit your line. What's your line, dude?
This is Real Paths, Real Stories. This is Corey's story.
Hell yeah.
I say I messed it up too. You had me going. I was just gonna play with it. I was just gonna go with it.
It's okay. We forget our lines.
This is real people, real paths. This is Corey's story.
That part. Thanks. Peace.